Nobody teaches you this in school. The cleanest homes don't belong to people who love cleaning. They belong to people who figured something out, something quiet, something psychological, that most people never realize about themselves. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Look around your space right now, not to judge it, just to notice it. Because your brain already has. It noticed every unwashed dish, every pile of clothes on the chair, every surface that hasn't been wiped in 3 days. You didn't consciously register all of it, but your nervous system did. You're not just living in a messy space. You're living inside a slow drain, and most people have no idea it's happening. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a problem in your life and a problem in your room. To your nervous system, a pile of clutter sends the exact same distress signal as an unfinished work deadline. This is not resolved. This needs attention. Stay alert. Your brain doesn't categorize threats. It just sees incomplete, unresolved, danger. Researchers at Princeton University found that physical clutter competed for neural resources even when people weren't looking at it. It overloaded the visual cortex, suppressed focus, and elevated emotional reactivity. A study in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found something harder to ignore. People with cluttered homes had measurably higher cortisol levels not just at home, but throughout the entire day. Your home is setting your biological stress baseline every morning before you've done a single thing. That tiredness after work, that inability to relax, that low hum of anxiety you can't explain. Your environment may be the author of all of it. People who keep their homes clean aren't doing it because they enjoy cleaning. Most will tell you they don't. They made a decision that had nothing to do with cleaning. They decided what kind of person they are. Most people try to fix a messy home through guilt. A big cleaning session, 2 good days, then the pile returns. The cycle never breaks because you were changing your behavior without changing your belief about yourself. Cognitive dissonance research is clear. We will always act in alignment with how we see ourselves. Always. The person with the consistently clean home didn't develop more discipline than you. They developed a different answer to one question: who am I? Through small, repeated actions, they stopped identifying as someone trying to be clean. They became someone who is clean. Once that identity locks in, the behavior stops being something you choose. It becomes something you simply do. You cannot control your boss's mood, the economy, whether the people you love are okay today. Most of life is entirely outside your hands, and for many people, that creates a constant background tension that never fully disappears. But your home, you can control. Psychology calls this locus of control. Your belief about whether your actions shape your outcomes. Research shows people with a strong internal locus of control experience less anxiety, recover faster, and report higher life satisfaction. Not because their lives are easier, because they believe their actions matter. Every time you wipe a counter, make your bed, wash a dish before it becomes a pile, your brain registers one quiet message: I acted. I am in charge here. Things are handled. A clean room doesn't just look good. It tells your brain a story about who is running your life. Some of you aren't nodding with curiosity right now. You're nodding with exhaustion. You've had the motivated Sunday, cleaned everything, felt genuinely good. Then Wednesday happened. The pile came back, and you thought, maybe I'm just not this kind of person. That thought is the actual problem. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. When repeated overwhelm teaches the brain to stop trying, not because success is impossible, but because the brain no longer believes it's possible. You don't need more motivation. You need a smaller door. The people with clean homes aren't stronger than you. They just have lighter doors. They deal with the single dish instead of waiting for the stack. They wipe now instead of later, because later becomes never. They're not cleaning, they're preventing. And prevention costs almost nothing. 5 things. That's the whole system. Prevent, don't clean. 1 dish washed immediately. 1 counter wiped in 11 seconds before the grease dries. The difference between a clean home and a messy one is almost never a big cleaning session. It's 11 seconds, repeated. Stack, don't add. Coffee brews, wipe the counter while it brews. Brush teeth, wipe the sink right after. Finish dinner, dishes go in before you sit down. Attach small actions to what your brain already does automatically. Make it feel like something. Put on the playlist you love. Set a 10-minute timer and stop when it rings. No guilt. When your brain stops associating cleaning with punishment and starts linking it to music and a clear finish line, the resistance dissolves. Reset before sleep. 10 minutes. Return things to where they belong. You're telling your nervous system, the day is closed. It's safe to rest. And gifting your morning self a space that says, today can be good. 1 surface minimum. When life falls apart, keep just 1 surface clean. The counter, the sink, your desk. That surface keeps the identity thread alive. When things stabilize, expand back. You won't be starting over, you'll be continuing. In 2010, researcher Philippa Lally at University College London tracked 96 people studying real habit formation. What she found changed behavioral science permanently. It doesn't take 21 days to form a habit. That number came from a 1960s plastic surgeon who noticed patients took 3 weeks adjusting to new appearances. Someone repeated it. Then everyone did. Lally's actual data, 66 days on average. And missing a single day didn't reset the process. What mattered was the overall direction. You are not starting over every time you miss a day. You are in the middle of a 66-day biological process. And the only way to truly lose is to stop returning entirely. Your home is a daily message you send yourself, every morning and every evening. Either I take care of what matters, I show up, or things pile up here, I'll handle it later. Your nervous system hears that message, and it compounds. 7 days, 1 surface. Keep it clean, not perfectly, just intentionally. Notice what changes, not in the surface, but in you. Because it was never about the clean room. It was about the person you discover you are when you decide you're worth showing up for. Go do it, right now, before the feeling passes.